Good morning, students. Welcome back to the chapter Functioning of the State Government. So, students, in the previous video, we have already discussed about list, that is state concurrent and union list, directive principle of state policy, and public healthcare services. In this video, we will discuss about private healthcare services, land reforms, and education. So, let's start. Private healthcare services. Private healthcare services are increasing tremendously. Why it is increasing? Because private hospitals are cleaner and have modern equipment as compared to the government hospitals. There are super specialty hospital and private clinics of doctor. People prefer private hospitals, but private hospitals are very expensive and mostly they are found in cities. So what we can do? Through public-private partnership ownership, we may achieve the dream of providing good healthcare services even to the people who cannot afford private hospitals. Apart from the healthcare, the government is involved in other fields of public welfare as well. Now let's discuss about land reforms. First of all, what do you understand by land reforms? So, government acquired land from landowners, large landowners, and what they do, they leased it, distribute or sold it to the tenants, poor and landless farmer, so that they can have good agriculture produce on small farms. And land reforms are the best way to achieve social equality and the best utilization of the land. Land reforms aim to remove the exploitation of the poor people. Kerala, land were distributed to the landless worker to cultivate, and limit were put on land ownership, and surplus land was distributed to the landless farmers. Now is it clear what is land reforms? The Bhudan movement. The Bhudan movement was started in 1951 by Vinoba Bhave. Why it was started? It was started because of the struggle, when struggle was launched by poor peasants against the local landlords. At that time, Vinoba Bhave came up with a very good idea. The landlords will gift their lands to the landless people in India. This would pave the way for a non-violent solution and born out of love and not violence. Education. Education has been a priority for the government, and it plays a very important role in improving socio-economic condition of our nation. Many provisions and schemes have been made by our state governments. So let's have a look on those schemes and provisions. Our first one is Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan is a program to achieve universal elementary education and making free education compulsory for children between 6 and 14 years. State government are opening schools which do not have schools and strengthening existing schools through additional classrooms, toilet and teacher training facilities. Right of children to free and compulsory education. Now let's discuss this. Free and compulsory education to all the children of India in the 6 to 14 age group, including differently able children. Admission will be given to the class appropriate to the age of the child. In such a cases, that child have right to receive special coachings, and no child will be held back, expelled or required to pass a board examination until completion of elementary education, that is up to class 8. And on completion of elementary education, he or she shall be awarded a certificate which should contain cumulative record of the child specifying the achievements beyond the prescribed course like music, dance, literature, sports, etc. And a child has the right to complete elementary education in his or her mother tongue. This is called Right to Education Act, that is RTE. So students, now it's time for some brainstorming exercise. So let's start. Who started Bhudan movement? What is the full form of SSA? What is the full form of RTE? And name some government and private run hospitals in your state. So students, give me the answers of these questions in the comment section below. Thank you. That's all with this chapter. Thank you.